All I know is war. All I know is shoot. All I want is more, but I got some things to do. I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you. I'm a soldier, I'm a warrior. Got a emblem on my cover. And ask me what I did for ya. I put the trash deep down under. Yeah, I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you, yeah.
Took some time in the place, man, I just needed some space. All the pain show in my face and my heart starts to race. Bend up.
Hello and welcome to episode 70 of the WarDawg Trail podcast. I am your host, Sergeant WarDawg. I have a great guest for you tonight. I got a Marine heavy hitter. I got an official frontline infantryman that served 3 tours in Iraq, and he put in work as an infantry rifleman 0311. But before we get to him, be sure to check out my Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Instagram page, as well as SergeantWarDawgTV.com. You can also find me on X at Sergeant War. All right. I am a brand ambassador for Reaper Apparel Co. So you can use my code Sergeant WarDawg TV, as you see in the ticker below. You can use my code Sergeant WarDawg TV for 10% off your entire order. All right, Peaceful Warriors. Peaceful Warriors is an organization that takes veterans out to volunteer around the world. So if you happen to be a veteran that's struggling with PTSD, struggling finding a purpose in your life, you can use your time and volunteer with Peaceful Warriors at peacefulwarriors.org. Okay, I am a co-host on DV Radio, Dysfunctional Veterans Radio. Catch us live every Saturday night at 8 p.m. at dvradio.net. My second podcast, Bullets, Blades, and Hooks, which highlights organizations across the country that take veterans out to hunt, camp, fish, or shoot, is now out. You can find BBH on the Bullets, Blades, and Hooks Spotify or YouTube channels. Remember, Sergeant WarDawg TV and the WarDawg Trail podcast are your source for military, hunting, and outdoors TV with swag. Good news. Real good news. My book will soon be out. I finished the book. I submitted it to publishers, and it was accepted at a couple publishing houses. So be prepared for me to have a book, The WarDawg Trail, the same name as this podcast. Have the book, The WarDawg Trail, out and available for you to buy. Next, my nonprofit, Camp Doghouse, my homeless war veterans camp in Central Florida, is now available at campdoghouse.org. You can find out more information about the camp, find out the address at campdoghouse.org. All right, Sergeant WarDawg TV won 2 awards this year. The first award from Acquisition International, we won Leading Veteran Welfare Outreach Nonprofit Organization. Second, Corporate Livewire, we won Veteran Support Nonprofit Organization of the Year. Now, we have been selected as media members for SHOT Show. So for those of you that don't know, SHOT is shooting, hunting, outdoors trade show. We will be there as media members. We will be on the showroom floor. We will be one of the only organizations on the showroom floor that are allowed to have media access and record and present products to the public. In addition to that, being a SHOT Show, we will be at Range Day with 5 separate companies, excuse me. We will be at Range Day with Glock, firing their brand new guns. We will be with Radiant Weapons, firing their Model 1 rifle. We'll be with Horizon Firearms. We'll be shooting brand new guns from Cadence Defense. And finally, we will be shooting weapons from Mitchell Defense. We will shoot some of their rifles as well. All right. We are now media members of the NSSF, the National Shooting Sports Foundation. And we will soon be members of POMA, the Professional Outdoor Media Association. This will give us legitimate credentials to film outdoor content such as hunting, fishing, or shooting, and it gives us the backing and the organizational support to say that we are a part of POMA. And next, Ecotech has a game caller for those of you that are hunters, that are predator hunters. You like to go after coyotes, wild hogs. This is the perfect game caller for you. Ecotech has Helion out now, which is an excellent game caller for calling in wild hogs and coyotes. And finally, this show is now a part of MBR Radio. That's Military Broadcast Radio. Download the Military Broadcast Radio app from Apple or Google Play. And my show, WarDawg Trail, airs every day, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. All right. Now, without further ado, I now introduce to you tonight's guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you for the first time Marine Infantry Rifleman and 3-tour Iraq veteran, Manzo. Welcome to the show, boss.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
You hear me?
Hey,
all right. That's good,
I appreciate
man.
you taking time out of your schedule to come on the show, man. I really do. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. That's what we're here for. We're brothers, and we're here to help each other in any which way that we can. So, once a Marine, always a Marine. You know that.
Definitely, bro. All right, now, if you don't mind, right off the bat, let's talk about why you chose the Marines instead of the other branches, bro.
Man, to be honest with you, the Marines is just the best of the best, man. I mean, if you honor, courage, commitment, right? All three. I mean, that's just, it's a brotherhood. It's a fraternity for life. It's just one of those things that I really never knew about until I got in. Back home, I was getting in a little bit of trouble. I needed out. And I don't know if you believe this or not, Smith, but I don't think I ever talked to you about it, when we were serving together. But there was, I mean, I had gone to Mets. I was getting ready to take the stand, raise my right hand, and be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be in the Army. And right before, right when I was getting ready to sign, I seen a couple of Marines, and I was like, you know what? The Army ain't for me. I'm gonna be a Marine. And the recruiters are mad as hell, but at the end of the day, Marine Corps all the way.
All right.
So,
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, now, even deeper than that, talk about what made you choose the infantry.
I mean, right? If you ain't gonna be a 03, then there ain't no reason to be a Marine in my aspect. The whole situation. Now, obviously we got brothers that are posed and whatnot, and that kudos to them. You know what I'm saying? But to me, like, being an infantryman was we're go getters. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna knock some shit down and go close with and destroy the enemy, and that's what it's about. It ain't about nothing else. You know what I mean? So, just being a hard charger, just being a person that likes to get in the shit. That's basically it.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. All right, now talk to me about Marine Corps boot camp and what that was like for you.
Boot camp was it was different, man. I remember, I think it was a whole week and a half before I was able to use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Before I was able to drop a deuce. That's how nerve-wracking it was. The first time away from home and whatnot. And I mean, it was an experience, but just like everything else, we adapt and overcome. There for a little bit, I was a squad leader. They wanted to make me guide. Me, Smith. I never really felt like I'm that type of a leader. I'll lead, but not from the front. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you,
we'll
boss.
lead as a group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's how I always felt. It was never about like just one person. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I never accepted that guide position. But like I said, we just adapt and overcome. This is like everything else in life, man.
Right on. Now, did you find that boot camp was more of a mind thing? It was more of a mental game?
Yeah, it was. You know what? It was more of a mental game than anything else. My bad. Yeah, it was more of a mental game than anything else. As far as physical, there was, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I was the best in the best physical shape possible. No, I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, the 3 mile got me. I remember going in, and I could only crank out 2 or 3 pull-ups. I wasn't able to pull my 20. That wasn't until after the fact, man. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
No, it was physically and mentally demanding. It really was. I'm not gonna sit here and say that we were ready. I was ready to go from day one. Nah, man. There was a little bit of crying. There was a lot of crying, actually. I mean, they motherfuckers break you down.
Yeah.
They break you down and build you back up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's yeah. I mean, it was, and I still to this day. They said you'll never forget your drill instructors, and that's true to this day. You never will.
To this day, bro.
So, but yeah, that's
how about
it,
after that you went on to SOI, School of Infantry. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. We went to SOI, and we went to SOI in San Diego. Me, I'm originally from LA, and so I mean, it was kind of nice. We do the whole SOI thing, and then I'd go back home for a little bit, go see the family, and then Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm here.
Yeah, so I mean, SOI was not as challenging. You know what was challenging is calling everybody by the rank. You know, everybody by the rank. Instead of calling a sergeant, I was still calling him sir. You know, straight boot. You know, the staff sergeant, same concept. You know what I'm saying? Just calling them, hey sir, hey. They would get on my ass. Hey, well, I'm not a sir. You know, I'm not an officer. I'm a sergeant. You know, and so that I think that was the most challenging part from transitioning from boot camp into the school of infantry. You know, man, I remember I was breaking down the saw one time and I had a big ass dip in my mouth and one of the instructors is like, hey man, take that shit out. Cause I was all jittery, couldn't put the saw together, fucking being all boot, and took that bad boy out, got my composure, got my bearing, and did what I had to do as far as the saw, passed that qualification, but no, I mean that was, I think that was the most troubling part was going from boot camp transition into the SOI transition. You know what I'm saying? And then the same thing, Smith, with once we got out of SOI, hitting the fleet, and just a little bit more liberty, right? A little bit more leeway, and dealing with the saw dogs, at the barracks and whatnot, But like I said,
right on.
Just adapt and overcome. That's all.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, how about after SOI, of all the places to be assigned in the world, you got assigned to 29 Palms, California.
Oh yeah, the stumps. Talk
to us about that,
man. What's funny, Smith? Back in like '93, I lived out there in Yucca Valley, and I never been to 29 Palms, but I knew there was a Marine Corps base out there. And life is crazy sometimes, man, because I never knew, and I never thought, I never imagined that I'd end up at fucking 29 Palms. You know what I'm saying? And I would pass by. It's crazy because I would go home sometimes, man. Like I would drive from as soon as we had Libo, with Kilo Company. I would drive and I would look for the house where I used to stay at, in Yucca Valley, and pass by there and have little flashbacks of when I grew up and whatnot, man. And then just head on to my house in California, well, in LA, and so, but yeah, it was something else, man. It was cool. I like 29 Palms, man. A lot of people didn't really. It was a shithole, Lake Bandini and whatnot, man. You get that constant smell all the time, right? But it was cool, man. It wasn't shit. We've been far more places that are 10 times fold. You know what I mean? The worse than that. So it was cool.
Now, talk about being a guy from LA and then being forced to learn to survive in the desert, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot different, right? Being a urban kid, you know what I'm saying? My jungle was the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? That was our jungle. But the desert, desert will eat you up. You got to be careful with the desert. There's a lot of things can go wrong in the desert, man. You can get lost. You know what I'm saying? If you're not hydrated, you can dehydrate. You got to watch the spiders. You got to watch the fucking scorpions. There's all kinds of things you got to watch for. And so, adapting, like I said, we had a lot of good mentors that helped us out, before they left, they passed on the knowledge to us. And so therefore I think that transition was pretty easy for me just because of that fact. We had people, like Escobar, we had Big. He was a good guy. You know what I mean? We had Evans. We had a bunch of people that would that look out for us and help us out, man. We had Juarez and Disla and a few others. You know what I'm saying? But you know how that goes. You know the stories behind that. So
yeah.
It's just it's been a crazy life, man. It's been a run, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So tell me, so you hit the fleet, right?
Right.
And then you leave the country for the first time to head towards Iraq. Talk about your first tour. What do you remember from your first tour in Iraq when we had the reporters attached to you and they were in your squad? You had Time Magazine following you.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, well, shit. As soon as man, when we landed in Kuwait, and I remember they put us in these little vans, and then I'm looking, and we're rolling down the street in these vans, and we our rifles on us, condition 1 and whatnot, and I'm looking at these signs. And I'm seeing these signs, and they're like purple, and you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of look like club signs, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, these motherfuckers are out here clubbing and shit. We're getting ready to go fucking step foot in Iraq,
Yeah.
And so come to find out, me being a young guy, there's no alcohol in Kuwait. They really don't party that way, But anyways, that's what I was looking. I was like, man, these cats are out here partying. We're getting ready to hit the front line. And so I mean, we what was it? Shit, we were there. Kuwait. I think we were in Kuwait for what, 2 months, 3 months, sitting there waiting to cross that LOD. Doing a lot of training. Sometimes we had a little bit of spare time, man. But I do remember being in Kuwait, and before we even crossed the LOD into Iraq, I would look at it. Growing up. My parents, my dad, my mom, they would take me out to the ocean, and out there in the Pacific, you can see that little line, and you think that line is where the ocean ends, And so I remember looking, in Kuwait, I remember looking at the desert, looking at at the straight sand, And it was the same thing, it was just endless. It was endless. You could see that little line, like that's it. There's no more. It's just nothing but fucking desert, And so yeah, man, like I was 19 years old, full of piss and vinegar. But even then, man, I had to take a step back. A couple of tears came out. Hey, man, we're getting ready to do this,
Yeah.
And so. Like I said, man, hey, we with the good, there's the bad. You just got to keep it real, man. Yeah, I cried, and I remember crying. Like, hey, man, I'm probably not gonna come back. I'm probably not gonna make it back,
Right.
And missing my parents, and being a little 19-year-old fucking kid, man, not knowing what's what, just knowing that you're trained and you got to follow your instincts and. Have your boys on the side of you, be your brother's keeper and hope for the best,
That's right, man.
That was what I remember.
That's right.
From before crossing the line of departure.
Yeah.
The LOD.
I want to talk to you about a specific moment, right? Before we crossed the Iraq border. We were all in our AAVs, our amphibious assault vehicles, right?
Right.
Do you remember that a report came out over the radio where they were saying there are 250 Iraqi tanks waiting at the border?
Yeah, I remember that.
And bro, you remember us being grunts? We were like, oh shit, tanks, And you remember how surprised we were?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And as a matter of fact, you remember when we were in those AAVs and they bombed Saffron Hill.
Yeah.
How long they bombed that fucker for, man? They bombed that
10
fucking
hours,
thing,
bro.
It was hours, bro.
Yeah.
Straight bombed the shit out of that place.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it was, that move was definitely definitely intriguing at that, man, just because of the fact that, I mean, it was so many people that they were moving, you know, and so much logistics going behind that. It was a crazy move. I can't remember how many fucking Olympic pools of water supposedly, you know, we had transported. They had transported. You know, there was a lot of logistical plans that they set into place, and you know, thankfully it all worked out, right? I mean, it was, you know, it was crazy, man. It was got a lot of fucking General Mattis was on point.
Talk to me about going through and clearing cities, right? And how you had to be ready for every door, every window, every bathroom, every closet, every single part of a building or a house. You had to be prepared to go find somebody that was waiting to kill you.
Yeah, like I said, man, it was, you know, a lot of just the training, you know. By that time, I think you and I, we were in the same squad together, man. So it was, you know, we weren't too far apart from each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but you know, having Mata and Mandrager and Liesinger, you know, on our side, it was one of those things like, hey, you know, this room's yours. All right, cool, man. I'm up, you know, and the next house, you know, hey, Mata's up. The next house, you know, Mandrager was up, or Liesinger, or, you know what I'm saying? So we took it. We weren't just always, you know what I'm saying? We weren't always the first one inside the building or inside that room. So it was a little better, you know what I mean? But it was balls to the wall, man. There was no going back. You know, it was a mentality of like, hey, his fucking rounds ain't doing shit to me. I'm taking this motherfucker out.
You damn right.
You know what I'm saying? If we did have him, you know? And so, I mean, that's the mentality that it was. It was, like I said, as soon as they crossed that LOD, that whole crying, that whole mentality was out the fucking window. There was no room for that.
Right on.
You know what I mean? It was just straight balls to the wall. Let's fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? And this fucking bullets ain't doing shit to me.
That's what's
up. You know, I'm killing this motherfucker.
That's what's up.
You know,
that's what I'm talking
about.
And
that's the way it was. You know, and that you know, still to this day, that's the way it is.
All right.
But, you know.
Now, be real with me, bro, because I was surprised. I won't lie to you. Were you surprised that we were the ones that ended up going all the way to Baghdad?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, that night before we crossed the LOD, I looked up at the sky. You remember looking up at the sky, man, and seeing all those mortar rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can hear. Yeah. And, I mean, fucking hundreds, thousands of mortar rounds going into Baghdad. And, you know, you can see, as a matter of fact, the sky was lit up. It was almost like if it was like dawn. You know what I mean? The sun coming up. That's how fucking, you know, that's how it was. I mean, and so, I was surprised, you know, when we were the first ones across Baghdad. But you remember, right before we crossed, you know, we had all those mortar rounds coming down on us, and then they hit that artillery. They hit that mortar round or artillery round hit that AAV.
Yeah, bro.
And, I remember. Know, unfortunately, we lost a couple of brothers from tracks.
Yeah,
you know,
of course I remember that.
Toby and yeah, you know, Neville. They got injured.
Yeah.
You know, and so we were right there, right? We were right there. Waiting to cross. I remember Sergeant Major Howe coming out saying, "Hey, quit being a bunch of bitches." You know, get it together. You know, that's a crazy motherfucker too. But that's where we got it from, Smith. You know what I'm saying? That was our fucking. That was our go-to, man. That's the person that we looked up to, you know? And even at that, you know, him being a sergeant major, he'd take his time, he'd stop, and he'd show you, hey, look, you guys are balling up. You guys are balling up. Don't be a bunch of fucking bitches when you're getting ready to throw this grenade. Throw a grenade like a fucking professional. Take your couple of feet back, take a fucking knee. If that's what you want to do, take that knee. As soon as that motherfucker pops, get your ass in there. Quit being a little bitch throwing the grenade and then fucking trying to run back,
Right on.
Those are the things that I mean, it shows you an amateur to a fucking professional. You know what I'm saying? And Sergeant Major Howell was a professional to the fullest,
To the fullest, man.
Yeah, shout out if he sees this video.
Yeah, to the fullest, bro. And how about talk about the rest of the first tour in Iraq, if you got anything else you can remember.
Man, as soon as we crossed that, well, shit, I remember fucking Mata came out on Times Magazine. You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, Mata, maybe. Matter of fact, I think you might have came out on that bad boy too, right? You were right there with him.
Yeah, I had a picture and that was in there too, man. Yep.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So, crossing that LZ, in Navarrete, I remember Navarrete. There was a couple of dead fucking Iraqis on the floor. I mean, I'm not proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, war's a motherfucker. But a couple of dead Iraqis, and I remember Navarrete, saying like that's the highlight, which means don't move, And so we thought it was funny, and it still is. I remember that, But I remember the line of death. As soon as we crossed that bridge, hey, there was, we had the tanks with us in the back. We had snipers with us, and we set up the line, and then I don't know, maybe 200 or 300 yards out, there was the line of death. They did a warning shot. They those vehicles, man, they had time to fucking turn around, and they wouldn't turn around, and so we had to conduct our business, and unfortunately, some people lost their lives. Now, were they foes? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's the way we got to take it, right? Because of the fact that they wouldn't turn around, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They wouldn't turn the fucking vehicles around, and so did people die? Yeah, hell yeah, people died. But that's no fault, I think, of our own. We try to set up the procedures in order for them to have the opportunity to turn back around. They decided not to, and they decided their faith when they did that. You know what I mean? Yep. And so, no better friend, no worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't shoot people just to fucking shoot people.
Right.
And I think that's the reason why we have our sanity today. Is because of the fact we kept our honor clean, and we did things the way that they asked us to do them. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right, bro. That's how it went. That's exactly the way it went.
That.
All right.
That I think that's pretty much it about the front. The camp diarrhea, man. Once we were getting ready to get out of there, everybody got diarrhea.
Yeah.
not only that, but the fires that we started with the diesel and all these fucking shit pits that we, that we had to light on fire and shit like that.
Yeah.
I remember all that. I remember everybody having fucking diarrhea. I also remember fucking Gunny Corville fucking taking showers while everybody had to shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so the only motherfucker out there showering, the only cat being able to fucking shower.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, I call it how it is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you, that first time, everything happened so fast. Now that I think about it, that I didn't really get a chance to take it all in. You know what I mean? It's like you were saying, the stuff we saw and stuff we did is the stuff you can only see in movies, man. So
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. the fact that we were having all that stuff happen in front of us, we're seeing tanks drop, we're seeing helicopters drop bombs, we're seeing amazing shit that you don't see anywhere else in the world. And it's some of the coolest shit that you could ever imagine if you like that type of stuff. But I just had to put that out there, man. That it really tripped me out, some of the things that we actually did and saw, and the fact that it was real.
Hey, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that I just like you, man. I forgot about. Every now and then. Like I'll do some. I'll be at work. I'll do something, and then all of a sudden, a little sound or something, man. It'll trigger something in my head, and I'll remember, like, hey, you know what? I remember this, and that. But other than that, like, it's almost like a fog. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Yeah, man.
It's not a clear picture. There's bits and pieces that I remember, and there's a lot of shit that I don't remember, man. There's a bunch of shit that I don't remember. You know?
Exactly.
A lot of shit fucking, that's what I tell my wife is like, look, like there's a lot of stuff that I don't remember. You know, now later on down the road, is that gonna affect me? Because fucking that memory could fucking comes back. I don't know. You know?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things that you ask me, or Mata will fucking say, you know, he'll tell the story, or Joyner tell the story, people will talk, and I don't remember that. But was I there?
Yeah.
I was fucking there. I just don't remember. You know?
Yeah, exactly, man. It happens to me too.
Yeah.
It happens to me too.
Right.
All right, now let's continue on. Now, you get sent back to Iraq for your second time. Now, first, you started out in Okinawa, Japan, and what you thought was going to be a beautiful little 7 months in Japan. But then you get sent back to Iraq for a second time. Talk to us about Japan and then going back to Iraq the second time.
Well, shit, I've always been kind of a fucking shitbag as far as following orders and whatnot. So I don't know if you remember or not, but I was in Okinawa. I was a libo risk. You know what I mean? So I couldn't leave the Schwab, you know. Okay. But Okinawa was beautiful, man. I mean, we'd wake up in the morning. Sometimes, you know, I'd go and go snorkeling, you know. They allowed me to do that. And so I'd go fucking snorkeling a little bit. Me and Guzman, as a matter of fact, fucking Guzman, me and him were fucking snorkeling one time, and we tried to make it out. There was a little island out there. We tried to make it out. As a matter of fact, I think we made it out to that motherfucker, man. You know, like I said, this is one of those moments that you know, it ain't all clear. There's a little fog, but yeah, as far as Okinawa, man, Okinawa was pretty beautiful. It was pretty lax moments, you know. I remember doing a lot of support and stability operations, like acting like we were gonna just be there in support of stuff, but you know, we were training, right? Once we got into Iraq, if we were to ever go back to Iraq, you know, that way we could do the support and stability operations, ECPs, checkpoints, whatnot, you know, riot control. Nah, man, once we got to go, you know what I'm saying, like back to Iraq, and I think that second time, that's when we went to Haditha, right? We were at the Haditha Dam.
Yeah.
You know, the Haditha Dam, that was pretty interesting, right? I mean, it was, you know, what's the name of that fucking airport we landed at? Smith.
They called it TQ or something like that.
You're right. So we landed there, and then we what we do, we.
No, I mean Al-Assad. That's what it was.
That's right. Then what we all the PEC 2s, I think, all the night vision goggles, we just swapped out, right, with the unit that was there before that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So we get all our equipment. The only thing that we had, I think, were our fucking rifles. Those were ours, you know. And so. Yeah. You know, we're on base and we're doing this shit. You know, we're swapping everything out, Humvees and whatnot. And then we end up. We had no idea where we were going. You know what I'm saying? We end up at Haditha Dam, which is it was pretty nice. You know what I mean? Before we go on a patrol, you know, you get up there on the dam and you can see, you know, the the lake, you know, the man-made lake because of the dam, and you could look on the other side and you could see the waterfalls. I mean, in the river, you know, it was pretty nice, man. The dam smelled like shit though. It smelled like fucking asbestos. I don't know what it smelled like. Rotten fucking eggs. You remember that?
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
But for the most part, it was pretty. I felt pretty safe there at the dam. You know what I mean? As soon as we got back from doing a patrol and whatnot, you know, it felt safe. You know, it wasn't.
Hey, check it out. I want to talk about one quick thing before you move on to like Fallujah and everything else. People don't know that we dealt with Marine suicide a few times, right?
Right.
And after we went to Iraq that first time, we actually had Tamakin commit suicide on the range.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of that, or you?
Yeah, well, yeah, I do, man. You know, we got back and a lot of people were fucked up. You know, like, you know, the shit that they seen, some of the shit that that we had to do. You know what I mean? It was people think that I guess we're trained in that way to, you know what I mean, to just absorb everything and because we're trained, you know what I mean, to think a certain way, but that's not so, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that turn to drugs to try to cope with the feelings that they were feeling from seeing the stuff that they've seen in the war. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, that it's right. But they weren't fucking drug addicts before they went in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if it was, they would have never got in.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so, well, I think, man, you know, they couldn't cope. They weren't coping, and so they you know, that one night it was fucking, who was it? It was Peters, it was Tamakin and Walker. Well, I don't think it was Wise. There's another cat. Three or four cats, right? They got caught smoking weed. Or was it just Tamakin?
No, you're right. It was those guys. It was that group.
You know? And so, you know, I guess they from what I understand, it's all scuttlebutt. I don't know. But from what I understand, they said that they threatened fucking Tamakin with deportation because he was Russian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so they took, from what I understand, they took all the rounds away from him and the rifle, but somehow he got a hobo around and ended up killing himself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, man, you know, there's a lot of things that we dealt with that haunt us still to this day because of the shit that we've seen. You know what I mean? And like I said, everybody just takes it a little bit different.
Yeah.
And you know, our brother Tamakin, he was no fucking drug addict, man. He you know what I'm saying? He was a Marine, bro. He was, you know, I guess he didn't know how to fucking ask for help. And you know, there in the Corps, man, you suck it the fuck up. You take some fucking Motrin, you take some ibuprofen, you suck it the fuck up. That's what you do. You know?
Hey, now check it out. We just went over some suicide that happened now. We went over a suicide that we experienced as Marines, but we also had a murder. We also had a homicide.
Yeah.
We had a homicide. I only remember it now because you mentioned Walker's name.
Right. Walker and Peters.
Yeah. Do you remember any of that?
That shit was a whole I guess drug deal gone wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Peters and Walker and I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? They the only people that know what happened is them cats. You know?
Yeah.
But
I know. I can tell you. Over all these years, I went back and I read through the newspapers about what happened.
Right.
So what happened was 2 Marines from, I think, India Company. They were gonna go get some weed from Mexico, and then 2 Marines from Kilo Company, Walker and the other guy wasn't from Kilo. The other guy was from Lima. But the two of them decided that they were going to rob the other two Marines that were going down to get the weed. And they had a camera. They killed them with 12 gauge shotgun, right?
Right.
They left brain matter. They left brain matter on the street, right?
Yeah, right.
And then that happened somewhere near like San Diego, right?
I think
then
yes, sir.
In 29 Palms, they set the car on fire,
right,
with the bodies inside.
Right.
So what was NCIS investigated?
Yeah. Hey,
they were able.
That barracks, huh? Remember that?
Yeah, man. Yeah. NCIS was able to take the brain matter from San Diego and piece it together with the dead Marines that were in 29 Palms.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. And they caught the camera because they were saying that they recorded Walker, I guess, playing with that dude's brains. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there was something wrong with Walker. But that was that was crazy shit. It was a crazy time, man. I remember that. I remember, and I just wanted to. And see, and go back, right? Now that I recall, we talk about Teeters and Walker and Kamakin. Mine was fucking drinking, man. The reason why I was a liberal risk is because I was fucking drinking during working hours. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That was my code. That was my code mechanism, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I got caught drinking during working hours, and that's the reason why I was a whole fucking liberal risk in Okinawa. I still got out by it, mind you. I still hit the fucking strip in Okinawa. I still went out. I still did my thing.
Right on. All right. I just really wanted to bring that up while we're on the show.
That was a crazy time, man. Yeah. Y'all, if anybody's watching this, y'all want to look that up or get a little refresher what happened. Teeters walking 3-4 Kilo Company. And I can't remember who those other Marines were. I think you said India Company. Try to look it up that way, and I think it still pops up to this day.
I looked at it. I seen him. I seen pictures of him in prison, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I went to the California website. Website because I always wanted to know what happened to him.
Right.
So
right. They're still there, huh?
I found a news article about it. And then I went and looked at both of the guys that were there, and they both got sentenced to life.
God damn. Yeah.
So I just wanted people to see.
Yes, sir.
People to see that during the war we dealt with suicide and we dealt with murder, and we went to Iraq. So
drug
we got
abuse
a story.
And everything else. Hey, as soon as we got back, man, the fucking drugs were running fucking rampant. You know what I'm saying? How many fucking times did we get piss tested, bro? It seemed like every fucking weekend we were getting piss tested.
Yeah.
We were. Honestly. So.
All right. Let's get back to that second tour. You were let's get back to the second tour. The Blackwater guys got killed, so we got ordered to Fallujah. Right.
Yeah, so but hey, pretty much before up that point, we were just on the outskirts of Hakwania, remember? And sometimes we'd go hit Anna every once in a while. But we weren't really doing anything, you know what I'm saying? We weren't doing nothing special. And as soon as they killed those cats from Blackwater, started dragging them around and whatnot, that's when she got real, I remember ramping up, getting ready to go, and next thing I know, shit, we're sitting fucking on the highway looking inside that fucking town, and I look down. I mean, our convoy stretched for fucking miles, and we were just getting ready to go clear this fucking house to house, clear this fucking town. And I remember going in about like 7, 8 blocks in, clearing houses and whatnot, and being held, they took go ahead and fucking just stand by. So, you know, we look for a nice house, you know, with a high fucking point, you know, take advantage of our position and so set up security and whatnot and just wait for the orders, right? And I recall, man, you know, me and Liesinger, we had, I think Liesinger saw up on the roof, and I think my watch was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and freaking, I was trying to sleep, Smith. I swear, man, I was trying to sleep, you know how sometimes like you're worried about something. Oh, I got watch right now.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't sleep, and then all of a sudden, like you know, you're your body's so tired it just forgets about everything and then passes out.
You pass out.
Next thing you remember, they're fucking waking you up, and it felt like you only slept for like 10 minutes.
Yep.
You know.
Yep, man.
And so that's what it was, man. I was fucking pissed. I was pissed. And one thing I fucking hated people doing to me is kicking me. Hey, you got watch. Bro, if they wanted to fucking fight, they knew to fucking do that. You know what I mean? So there was gonna be a fucking fight. I ain't no fucking dog. You ain't gonna kick me. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm sleeping. You know, and so, man, I get up, but before, man, all I can hear was fucking barking dogs all fucking night, man. Yeah, I sure as shit, man. I got on that fucking saw and I took care of them dogs, bro. I ain't them fucking dogs, man. They called Peter on me. Fuck it, yeah.
Hey, that time I got some cows, man.
Yeah, I remember that. Hey, that was in goddamn Smith, fucking Smith. Hey, that was funny, bro. Because check this out. You know, we go in there and it's me. I think at this point, fucking, I'm assistant squad leader. Fucking joined as the squad leader the second time around, and we got this fucking house, right? That house where the cow was at. You know, everybody's cool. We got the guy settled down. He's calmed down. You know what I mean? We're already fucking we fucking leave. We leave. And I come back, and this motherfucker's praying. He's like, "Hey, thank God you're here." Yeah. And by that time, fucking Smitty had killed the fucking cows. I mean, she was going south by that time, though. She was already fucking going south. We already had dropped two 500-pound bombs on the mosque.
Yes.
You know, they were coming out of the woodwork. They were pissed, you know. And so,
hell yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I do remember that, Smith. I do.
Check it out. They had that firefight in Carmel. It was in the VFW magazine, right?
Really?
It said 3-4 Kilo killed 100 Iraqis in 14 hours. I didn't know it had lasted that long. We were in a gunfight one day alone, bro, for 14 motherfucking hours.
See, and I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
I remember getting there, you know what I mean? I remember that fucking howitzer just going off in the morning. You know,
yeah.
I remember that, and I remember the 7-ton rolling over. Like I said, I remember going to that one house where, you know, we separated the women, separated the men, and then, you know, just had the one older fucking cat with the women. That way we make sure nothing happened to them. Because they think we're fucking rapists, I guess. I don't know. You know, we fucking rape all the women. Anyways, I remember that. I do remember fucking Holden, though. Oh, Holden's a bad motherfucker. I don't know if he's still in or not. He's probably out now. This fucking guy, dude. We got rounds going down range, right? And he's a machine gunner. And he has fucking two goddamn ammo crates in his hands, and he's fucking running. And he sees the rounds fucking hit by his legs and whatnot. He drops the fucking ammo can, turns around, flips these motherfuckers off, grabs his fucking ammo cans, and fucking takes off running again. You know what I'm saying? But that was that was the mindset we all had. You know, it was like, fuck you guys. Like I said, man, your bullets ain't gonna do shit to it. You ain't fucking killing me. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then that's the mindset you have to have. You know, unfortunately, we lost. I think that was the time we lost to Maya, and that's the only cat we that I recall that we lost in our freaking company, right? I don't remember anybody else. I remember, you know, Lima had Gray.
Yeah.
You know, the only reason why I remember Gray is because we went to boot camp together.
Oh,
you know?
all right.
Yeah, you know, and so, but other than that, I mean, we were pretty tight net, man. We, you know, I mean, we took care of our fucking business. Range 400, you know, and we got to thank fucking Norton for that too. Norton, Captain Norton, wherever you are, man. You know what I mean? They were fucking Range 400. We were there every fucking week. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
We were there all the time, dude. Fucking Range 400. That's where fucking Tamaki killed himself. Fucking training at Range 400.
Range 400.
You know. And so, yeah, and that's the reason behind it. We were really, really fucking trained to do what we needed to do. You know. And don't let the fucking cuffs off, because I mean that's what happened in fucking Fallujah, man. Too many people were fucking dying. And that's the reason why they stopped us from fucking going in.
Right.
Politics got in the way, just like they always do. They stopped us. We fucking headed out, and that's when we went to fucking Carmel.
Right.
Which I never knew lasted fucking 14 hours, you know?
Yes, bro.
It was that long, you know?
Always remember that, bro. You survived a gunfight that was 14 fucking hours. Hey, it started at 2 o'clock in the morning. It ended at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Hey, but at that point in time, I remember leaving that bitch. I do remember leaving it. A fucking grenade in my hand, fucking rifle in the other, and just looking at these fucking Hodges like, hey, let's go, motherfuckers. Let's go. I do remember that.
That's right. Now, how about I want to talk to you about some of the coolest missions we ever got to do when we got back to Haditha. The Zodiacs, riding in boats, bro. What's up,
man? That was cool. That was something different. I've been a good swimmer all my life, you know. But the only thing I was fucking worried about is one of the fucking Zodiacs fucking
flipping
catching
over
a hole or something, man, and fucking sinking. Yeah. We had a lot of fucking weight on us. You know what I'm saying?
We had a lot of weight.
We ain't floaters. We're in a fucking sink. But other than that, man, it was pretty cool. You know, we had that opportunity to go to the other side of fucking the Haditha Dam and go check out them islands. You know, them fucking where all the fishermen, you know, pretty much lived, and that's what they lived off of was all the fish, the fresh fish from the Haditha Dam. You know. Hey, you remember the fucking the soldiers that were at the Haditha Dam? I don't know what they were. They were like
the AZs. The AZs, the Azerbaijanis.
Right? Hey, soldier, hey, Colorado. Yelling that shit out loud, bro, because we didn't know we were gonna get dumped on or not, bro. By them motherfuckers.
Yeah. That's what happens when. That's what happens when you work with foreign countries, right? You run into situations where you almost end up shooting at each other.
Soldier, I still remember that shit. Hey, Colorado, motherfuckers, Colorado.
Yeah. All right, so we get back. We got to do the boat ops, and we come back home again. And then somehow, some way, bro, some way, they told us less than 6 months after we had been home.
Right.
They told us we had to go back for a third time just before Christmas.
Yeah. I had lost an uncle, you know, I want to say like in August of that year, and my grandma was the one that raised me, and so she was taking it to heart, you know.
Yeah.
And so that and I remember the XO coming out and telling us, hey, you know what? There's not gonna be no Christmas or New Year's League. We're training. We're going back to Iraq.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, man. You know. So that very night, I grabbed my shit and I left. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I left. I went fucking I went UA for fucking 29 days, came back with a shaved head, do I regret it? Yeah, there's times, man. You know what I'm saying? There's times, but
I remember you were pissed. You were pissed.
Yeah, I was pissed, man. I was pissed.
You were beyond pissed. I had never seen you so mad.
It was just one of those things, man. Christmas time is time for me, you know what I'm saying? And I respect and I thank everybody that is in the service now and that they freaking they're not home for Christmas time. I admire that and I thank them truly for that. But I had the opportunity to be home, you know what I'm saying? And they were gonna stop me from fucking being home on Christmas, to spend that with my family, knowing damn well that we're going back to Iraq and the possibility that we're not coming back,
Right.
Because that was the mentality, bro. My mentality was like, you know what, I'm going back to Iraq, I'm not coming back.
Exactly.
It was never like, you know what I'm saying? It was never half-assed. Like, oh, I'm gonna watch myself, I'm gonna hide behind this fucking building, this, that. Hey, we had people like that, Yeah, I remember that freaking third time that we went and I'm getting above your timeline. I'm going, but I hit this fence and there's this gate and there's a dog there, man. I'm trying to hold my position. That way when the next Marine comes, he can relieve me and I can keep on fucking patrolling. And I take a step back and this fucking dog's coming at me, so I shoot this motherfucker, And I'm looking for the fucking Louis, and the fucking Louis nowhere to be found. This motherfucker's hiding behind a fucking bush. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his fucking name, but I'm not gonna burn him like that. But yeah, he's hiding behind a fucking bush instead of fucking trying to, figure out what the fuck's going on. And so, and that's what I'm talking about, Smith. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because we were never like that. Hey, we're running towards fucking the noise.
Exactly.
We ain't running away from it. We're running towards it.
It, bro.
And there's a lot of people that weren't like that. Now I'm not saying everybody, but I'm, like I said, that lieutenant, and there's a couple of other motherfuckers that were like that. They know who they are. They're Marines, they're my brothers, but as far as me personally, bro, I've never fucking I follow authority, bro, but I've never, you know what I mean? I never really cared much for it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the bullets to my left and my right, you best bet your ass. You know me, Smith. I've always been there for my brother. I've died for my brother. You know what I'm saying? But these bullshit ass little fucking rules that they have and shit like that, I was never for that, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna fucking suck their dick. You know me, Smith. I wasn't gonna suck their fucking dick, bro. I don't give a fuck if they picked the fucking corporal. You know what I'm saying? Before I did, or whatever the case is. Beat my ass, motherfucker, then I'll respect you. Just because you're a fucking cocksucker doesn't mean I'm gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? You know me, bro. I'm still the same way, just a little bit older. You know what I mean? A little bit older.
Right on, bro. Right on. All right, you remember anything special about that third tour at all? Anything stand out to you?
Man, you know what? The only thing I can say, the cats from fucking Pendleton, they did a fucking good job, man. I know we lost a lot of brothers that went into fucking Fallujah that second time, and they got, they cleared fucking Fallujah. They did a great job, man. Kudos to them and my respect for them, and my condolences and my respect for their family members and the people, our brothers that lost their life over there. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, I mean, we just, supporting stability operations, working with the fucking Jundies. I can say that, they the Jundies are never going to change, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but, I can relate though, Smith. I can relate, bro. Because if that shit was to happen here, they wouldn't want to fucking police. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Marines, they wouldn't want to police us neither. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can relate, man. I really can. Was some of them fucking lazy? Yeah, they were lazy as shit, but I can relate in some ways where they didn't want to, press somebody so much, just because of the fact that they were countrymen, right?
Right.
So we had to stay on our toes a little bit more with those types of situations, Hey, you remember that third time that fucking all those WMs, man, they got blown up with an IED in Fallujah.
Yes, bro. Yes, the female Marines.
Yes, sir.
They got killed by a car bomb. Yeah, they used to work at the ECP.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Right, the ECP where they hung the cats from fucking Blackwater.
Blackwater. Yep. I remember that ECP too, bro. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Just sitting here listening to you, bro. We've been through a lot of historical and major stuff, bro. And I don't know if you ever sit back and realize, man, we are trained better than most SWAT teams.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because we can do the urban stuff, we can do the urban stuff, and we can do the grunt stuff. And people don't realize that.
Yeah. I mean, and that's to say, you know what I mean? Like, once a Marine, always a Marine. It's like, I think it's like riding a bicycle. You know what I mean? You get up there. We're just a lot older now. Shit hurts more,
Yeah.
My back, the bottom of my feet, my knees,
Yeah.
But
hell yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this fucking old cat can still fucking get some shit,
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. All right. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I just want to round things out, right? So you did that third tour, and then talk to me about being a veteran, bro. Talk about how hard it is sometimes to not whoop a civilian's ass. Knowing that what you're capable of and what you've been trained to do and what you actually did during the war, try to talk about what it's like to have to hold yourself back every day, every moment from killing these stupid motherfuckers that disrespect us.
Well, and I think with time, it's kind of eased a little bit. But when I first got out, Smith, and the only person that's ever really fucking helped me out and like kind of controlled me in the aspect is my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, people would cut me off, man, and they had to laugh in my face and shit. They had no idea who they were fucking with, man. Because if I had a fucking gun at that point in fucking time, I was gonna fucking kill them, And that's it wasn't no ass beating. It was these motherfuckers are gonna die,
Exactly.
I thank God, you know what I mean? Like, that situation never arose. Civilians just don't know, Smith, is what it is. It's one of those things, man, that they think, like you have a lot of people nowadays that, they train UFC, and that's awesome. That's good to defend themselves. They know how to defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we learned the same shit.
Yeah.
And so you know what I mean? We know, and ours don't play by the fucking rules. You know what I'm saying? Ours has no rules. There's no tapping. There's no tapping on ours. But they just don't know, Smith. I think it's just one of those things. They don't comprehend what it's like. They don't understand what the fuck they're dealing with. They don't understand. I don't even think they grasp the small concept of the hate and discontent that we could bring to them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and therefore, like I've like I said, I've gotten a lot older, and so there's more patience. I'm more knowledgeable now than I was back in the day. Because if you would have got me back in the day, these fucking knuckleheads, like I said, man, I'm just thankful that the Lord was looking out for me and looking out for them, because there would have been some fucking lives I would have taken,
Right. Exactly.
They're just not knowledgeable, man. They think, you got a lot of people complaining about the United States, and the way, I'm gonna leave the United States. The United States is fucking racist, or, against that we're the masculinity, right? Hey, bro, they really need to sit back and fucking go look at Iraq. They need to go sit back and look at fucking Kuwait. Go look at Afghanistan. You know, these poor people.
Yeah.
We pulled out of Afghanistan. And we, you know, these little girls. You and I have been there, Smith. You know, fucking whenever they used to trade these little girls for fucking 6 or 7 fucking sheep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or these dudes would beat the fucking shit out of these ladies fucking in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, they have no idea what the fuck goes on in the world. And like I said, man, they're just ignorant. It's ignorance. They have no idea what the hell's going on as far as what the world can be, you know? Go fucking protest your fucking LGBT fucking communities or the fucking Hamas. You know what I'm saying? Go do that to that. You know, see what the fuck happens to you. You know what I'm saying?
See what happens, right?
Yeah, bro. It's stupid. But whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think we as a country we gone soft, bro. I can say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I hope the Marine Corps has it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't really talk to many Marines that are still in to kind of see what, you know, what's going on and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I would hope not. I hope they can continue to keep the tradition strong as it was when you and I were in, you know?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
But yeah. A lot of shit's going on in the United States right now, man, that it's hopefully we come together as one and we can figure it out. You know what I'm saying? In a peaceful manner.
Right on.
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Marine Infantry Rifleman 0311 Manzo with 3 tours in Iraq. And he broke it down for you what it was like to be on the front lines and survive and make it back home and have to deal with a different type of world. And this has been episode 70. Monzo, thank you for coming on to the show, boss.
Hey, thank you, Smith, man. It was nice to see you, brother. You know, I'll reach out to you, and for all my boys, all my brothers, they Semper Fi, and I love y'all.
Right on, man. Right on. All right. Thanks for coming on the show, Monzo. I appreciate it. You take care of yourself,
you too,
boss.
Man. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Smith. Yes, sir.
Salute, bro.
Come on.
All right. This has been episode 70. Remember, you can visit SergeantWarDawgTV.com to get any new information about what's going on with the show, the book, the podcast. Also, check out our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and our Instagram page. Remember, Sergeant WarDawg TV and the WarDawg Trail podcast air every single day on Military Broadcast Radio, MBR Radio. We air every day from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to tune in and catch some of the episodes that you didn't have a chance to see already. All right. Have a good night. Take care. And salute.
All I know is war. All I know is shoot. All I want is more, but I got some things to do. I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you. I'm a soldier, I'm a warrior. Got an emblem on my cover. And ask me what I did for ya. I put the trash deep down under. Yeah, I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you. Yeah.
Some time in the place, man. I just need